Imagine, if you will, some lonely 11-year-old, 11 to 15-year-old sitting at his computer, trying to figure out what's going to happen next in his little farm, mafia, pet, pirate, gambling game on Facebook. Sitting and wondering to himself, how in the world a green cow somehow wandered onto his mafia ring and was taken out by ninja pirates. I've heard it said a few times that people who are bored are boring people. I've also seen this many times in my own life. I've come to the conclusion that boredom itself is one of the biggest problems that we have in the world. And you may have not thought of it this way, but boredom is such a big problem. It's so widespread that it's actually thought of as normal everyday occurrence. Some people say it's a way of life. But I say otherwise. I say that it is a big problem. I say that every single person suffers from boredom. And I know that we have things like the internet, but if you use Google Trends and track people that write the term "I'm bored" into the search engine there, they come up with over 1,000 people searching for terms of boredom. I said that boredom isn't just some big problem to get solved, but actually the biggest problem. Boredom is a mental perception of one's surroundings being dull, tedious, or lack stimulation. Having this lack of stimulation in your life ends up making you, yourself, perceive the world in a boring sense, meaning that everything that you say, act, do will be boring. On a more serious note, boredom affects people more than just making them seem bored. According to YouthNoise.com, a website devoted to helping children get off the streets, be healthy and whatnot, has stated that bored teens are 50% more likely to get into marijuana and other drugs than those who are not bored. I think this is an astonishing number, seeing as how everybody in the world has suffered from boredom in their life, at least once. Other issues that spur from being bored or having lack of anything to do is physical and health-wise. An Enzyme.com article I read named "What Happens If You Don't Exercise?" It states that after the age of 25, your body doesn't automatically sustain itself as much as you do when you're a child. This means that after the age of 25, you need to keep active and keep moving, or your muscles and skeletal structure will slowly regress into death. It makes sense if you think about it. Why would a body decide to sustain something that doesn't help itself? One of those use it or lose it concepts. There's so much more to this topic than just health issues and drug-related problems. There are problems with domestic violence, rape, alcoholism, and several other things. Because if you think about it, who's going to go out and go rape and murder and steal and drug-related issues stuff if you're not bored? You got something else to do. Why do the other stuff? And I know what you're thinking now, but if how do I help myself and my friends and family out of how do I help them become unbored? That I have to say, stop stuttering. You know better. I think the funniest thing about becoming unbored, as you put it, is the fact that smart people have the hardest time figuring this out, while the less intellectual know how to become unbored altogether. The cure for boredom is activity. You must go out there and do something. Get off of your lazy butt. Get out of that chair. Get away from the computer and from the internet and from the television, and just go out and live. Build a real farm. Find yourself a real green cow to put into your real farm. Study up on how to survive the incoming zombie apocalypse. Anything you do, just get out there and do something. If boredom truly is a perception of the world being dull, and lacking stimulation, then change your environment. Go outside, or even stay inside and rearrange your house. Change things up, make them look cool. A world without boredom. Can you imagine such an amazing place? Everyone has something to do. Everyone is productive. Everyone is energetic and enthusiastic and going out and doing something. They have reasons to live. They don't just sit at their computers wasting away, getting large and that stuff, but they're going out and actually living. Crimes of all sorts would just drop drastically. Seeing as how people have something other to do than murder and steal. Now let's reverse the situation. Let's say we introduced more boredom into the world. People had less things to stimulate their brain and less reason to go out and have fun. What will happen? Well, drug-related issues skyrocket. If it's already at 50% now, with bored kids going into drugs versus non-bored kids going to drugs, only 50-50, introducing more boredom into the world would only increase that number drastically, upwards of the 75%. Health issues would also skyrocket. The amount of people that just sit there and get heart attacks from cholesterol-related problems from not working out and exercising their bodies, muscle decay would also go on an incline. These problems are already really big problems. And do we really need to let these problems get bigger? I don't think so. I say that even with the amount of boredom that's in the world right now, I say we can actually help the world. I say the world still has hope. Being that the cure for boredom is activity, I say we go out there. I say we do it. I say we get out of our chair and we get away from the computer and we go out and we do something. And then I say we grab our families and our friends and our cats and our dogs and our green cows and we stuff them all into a giant wagon and we go and we do something fun and stop the world from being bored. And if we can stop the world from being bored, we can help humanity as a whole progress. So I leave you with this challenge. I challenge you to get outside, spend the rest of the day outside. I say learn something new. I say do something that stops you from being bored. Take initiative. Go out there. Do it. And then one step at a time, we'll change the face of the world and obliterate boredom forever.